everyone, and welcome to another fragrance review. Today I have a fragrance to review for you guys. It's from French Avenue, which is a subsidiary of Fragrance World. This fragrance is called Diwani Rabat. If you care to know about what I think about this particular fragrance and the fragrance house of French Avenue, then please stay tuned. Guys, before I share my review of Diwani Rabat from French Avenue with you guys, if you are visiting the channel for the first time, you are very much welcome. My name is Amanda, and on this channel I share all things fragrance related. That being said, guys, to all my returning viewers and subscribers, thank you so much for always supporting the channel. Do not forget to thumbs up the video and also leave comments in the comment section. So tell me what you think about the review. Tell me what other fragrance houses that you want me to review, be it the middle list, be it a niche fragrance house, if I have it or it's in my radar. If it's in my radar, I will try and bring it out here for you guys. Guys, this is the Diwani Rabat, once again from French Avenue. I found out about French Avenue from Top Note by Topper here on YouTube. Actually, I found out about this fragrance from an Instagram or the fragrance house, not the actual fragrance, but the fragrance house. I went on fragrance.ca where I bought this fragrance, and I was looking for French Avenue fragrances, and I came about this fragrance. This one is the fragrance notes that got me to buy this particular fragrance. Guys, Diwani Rabat is your fruity floral woody fragrance with powdery touches, like makeup-y touches to the fragrance. The fragrance opens with peach, and then you have blackcurrant. You also get grapefruit. The middle of the fragrance, you do get lily of the valley, you have jasmine, you have iris in the middle of the fragrance. The base of the fragrance, you get patchouli, you get cedar, you get sandalwood and vetiver. There is a slight greenness to the fragrance, like earthy greenness to the fragrance, which I think comes from the patchouli and the vetiver. And of course you do get creaminess and woodiness that I think is coming from the sandalwood and the cedar of the fragrance. The fragrance sprays really well, and the first initial accord that you get after the alcohol dissipates, the first accord that you get is that fruitiness, is that fruit from the peach. You get a photorealistic peach in the beginning of the fragrance, especially as the fragrance have sat in my environment and it has macerated. So you get peach, and then you don't get a photorealistic blackberry, but you get juiciness, you get syrupy thickness from the blackberry. The grapefruit adds some fizziness to the fragrance. So in the opening you get this fizzy, fruity, juicy, syrupy accord in the beginning of the fragrance. Then guys, when the fragrance dries down, or after like maybe about 5 minutes, the jasmine picks up, and then the iris also picks up, adding a floral powdery vibe in the middle of the fragrance, or in the first 5 minutes, or the way till like maybe the first 2 hours of the fragrance. You are getting that powdery, that makeup-y vibe from the iris. You do get the floral accord from the lily of the valley and the jasmine. In this fragrance, the jasmine is not your endolic jasmine, it's not synthetic jasmine, it's just like a floral bouquet of jasmine, or a bouquet of floral jasmine with hints of lily of the valley. That is what you get in the middle of the fragrance, or as the fragrance starts to dry down. Mind you, the fizziness from the beginning of the fragrance, that fizzy, fruity, syrupy vibe that you are getting from the peach and the blackcurrant, is still carrying throughout the olfactory journey of this fragrance, or especially for maybe the first 5 hours of the fragrance. You are getting that. As the fragrance totally dries down, you do get that creamy sandalwood, not cedarwood. You do get that creamy sandalwood, you get the earthiness from the patchouli, a little green earthy vibe from the vetiver. That is what you get. The patchouli in here, guys, in the dry down of the fragrance is so well done. It's so well blended. It's so smooth. It's not your poopy patchouli. It's not your dirty patchouli. It's a very beautiful or sweet patchouli. That is what I get as the fragrance dries down. This is your perfect fruit patchouli fragrance. Fruity patchouli fragrance. That is what you get, with hints from this sandalwood, like creaminess from the sandalwood. You do get the cedar. The cedar is not leading anything. The cedar in here is like in the background. The vetiver in this fragrance, coupled with the patchouli, gives that green earthy tone that you get when you spray this fragrance, or as the fragrance dries down totally. You get that earthy green accord, and I think it comes from the vetiver in this fragrance mixed with the smooth sweet patchouli in the base of the fragrance. But for me, I think for me though, the fruity, juicy fruit, fizzy vibe that you get from the beginning of the fragrance actually carries through the longevity of the fragrance, at least about maybe about 6 hours. When you put on this fragrance, you do get that fizzy, citrusy, sweet, juicy, syrupy vibe from the blackcurrant and the peach. The grapefruit is not like grapefruit that you can taste, but it adds fizziness. It adds citrusy vibe to the fruit in the beginning of the fragrance, which carries throughout the longevity of the fragrance, or up until like the 6th or the 7th hour, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm remembering it right. Then after that is the cedar. It's the patchouli and the vetiver, with a little bit of wood, giving creaminess in the base of or as the fragrance totally dries down, or at the end of the olfactory journey. You get that sandalwood, you get creaminess, but you do get the vetiver more, coupled with the patchouli, adding that earthy green accord to the dry down of the fragrance, or at the end of the olfactory journey, or at the end. The fragrance, guys, gives you about 8 hours. From the start to the finish of the fragrance, you do get about 8 hours. You don't really have to overspray this fragrance, but once again, I tend to overspray my fragrances, and so I do get a good 8 hours. Like my work day, I do get my use of this fragrance. But you really don't have to overspray your fragrance. Maybe spray all your pulse point, spray around once, and you should be good for 8 hours. This is not a fragrance that I see myself topping off. Not really. You don't really have to decant it and top it off. It can last you through your work day. Guys, like I said, the longevity of this fragrance is about 8 hours. The projection, when you first spray this fragrance projects for about maybe 4 hours. The first 4 hours that you have this fragrance, the projection is like beast mode. It projects, it leaves a very good scent trail. When you leave an environment, people will ask, what are you wearing, or who left this place, and what did they spray on? Somebody actually did that to me the second or third time that I wore this fragrance. I came from a building and somebody asked, like, who was just here? Their fragrance smells really nice. It smells fruity and sweet. And so this fragrance, leaves a very good scent trail. Also, this fragrance, the couple of times that I have wore this fragrance, each and every time I got somebody to compliment me on this fragrance. So if you are somebody that you wear your fragrance for people to compliment you, I wear my fragrance to compliment myself. But if you are somebody that you're looking for that compliment getting fragrance, this is the fragrance for you. Guys, where can you wear this fragrance to? This is a fragrance that is good to go to work with. This fragrance, I also see myself wearing this throughout fall, throughout winter. It's a fragrance that is an all-season fragrance. I see myself wearing this fragrance in the summer, and I actually wore this fragrance at the end of summer. So I've had this fragrance for a while, and I wore it at the end of summer, and it performed really well. I wore this in the middle of fall when it was really cold, and this fragrance performed exceptionally well. So this is a fragrance that is like all season fragrance. You can wear this fragrance summer, spring, summer, fall, and winter. This is also a fragrance that I feel like, because it's a fruit chili fragrance, you can also travel to a tropical area with this fragrance, and this fragrance will perform really well. You're talking about peach in the opening of the fragrance. You're talking about patchouli at the base of the fragrance. It's a tropical fragrance, in my humble opinion, that also performs all season. So yeah, this is my review of Diwani Rabat. Thank you guys so much for making it this far. This is my review of French Avenue Diwani Rabat. If you like what you see, guys, go ahead and thumbs up the video and leave me comments in the comment section. Until I see you on another fragrance review, stay blessed, smell fabulous, guys, and bye for now.